Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Breaking news now into our newsroom. A Grand Forks woman has been charged with a felony count of child neglect after court documents state she dropped her 1-year-old son off at Altru Hospital with visible bruising on his stomach and sides. A warrant is currently out for her arrest. Again, this is new to our newsroom, so stick with Valley News Live as more information develops on this breaking story. A mid-April snowstorm is bringing heavy snow and strong winds across South Dakota. Take a look at this video, shot this afternoon from our sister station KSFY in Huron, South Dakota. Snow plows are out in full force there, cleaning large amounts of snow off the streets, trying to stay on top of it because there's more on the way. And wintry weather is moving into the region. Here's what it looks like this afternoon near Gibbon, Minnesota. That's about 40 minutes from Marshall. Snow, high winds, poor visibility for drivers. And this isn't the worst of it by any means. Let's go to Hutch to find out what we can expect this evening. Hutch?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been snowing throughout the day in South Dakota and already reports near the North Dakota border of close to 1 foot of snow taking place there. Here's the latest, greatest. This is what you can get ready for as far as snowfall potential from this storm system. And it is significant as it gets started Thursday here in southern North Dakota. By the end of Thursday night and into Friday, we're expecting snowfall potential of upwards of 6 to 12 inches from Lisbon, Fargo through Bemidji. And it gets ridiculous down south, 1 foot to 18 inches. Fergus Falls into parts of Richland County. And near the Sisseton Hills, because of the terrain and because of the moisture that will be nonstop in that area, 18 to 30 inches, almost 3 feet of snow possible in places. Tonight, Minneapolis, the I-94 corridor, slippery. In fact, road conditions in South Dakota treacherous enough to cause a closure of I-29 from Brookings to the North Dakota border. It's closed. No travel advised in portions of southwest Minnesota. It's a whopper of a storm. For now, things quiet this evening in Fargo-Moorhead. We are in the 35 to 40 degree range for most locations, and we will slip into those 20s tonight and take a couple of days to rebound. Winter storm warnings for the Southern Valley and much of Minnesota. The blizzard conditions are most likely to our south. However, Andrea, I want to caution you that we will get wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. Travel will be dangerous, and we could see some blizzard conditions here in the Southern Valley as well.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. All you have to do is search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
Just when you thought you could put your snow melt away, we got to bring it out again.
Spring is all around us, at least if we're looking at a calendar. Outside, though, seems to tell a different story, or it will soon. Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz stopped by some local nurseries that are bringing the greens inside and putting the salt back out.
Just when we thought it was time to enjoy spring.
I'm excited for it. I mean,
we remember. We're in North Dakota.
I'm certainly looking at my gardens and wishing I could get out there.
As we look forward to more snow, local nurseries are making quick changes.
Copy that.
Scott Brecky, a manager at the Fargo Lowe's, says his store just moved a bunch of greens inside.
To make sure that they don't get too cold and get frost on them.
And will soon move these outdoor chairs to make way for snowblowers and salts and sand.
One of the things about living in this area, it's not something that's uncommon, so we can quickly adapt.
But if your green thumb is itching to get your garden going, Eric Baker of Fargo's Baker Garden and Gift says try to be patient.
A lot of questions will be asked as if, oh, there's snow coming. You know, should I try to cover them? Should I take the snow off my plants? Let your plants do what they do. Mother Nature will certainly take care of it, and not too worried about snow. A little bit worried about temperatures, but I'd be more worried if we had 60-degree days for 2 weeks and all of a sudden we get into a cold snap.
And West Fargo gardener Elaine Fremling agrees.
I'm certainly looking at my gardens and wishing I could get out there, and there's a little bit of a delay coming with some snow, but that's not such a big deal. In about a week, with the temperature warming up, it'll be all gone.
In Fargo, Valley News Live.
The nurseries tell us if a plant is healthy, even a late frost a couple weeks from now will not kill your plant. But it's best not to start planting outside until temperatures consistently stay above freezing for a few weeks. 2 people have been found dead inside the home of prominent Minnesota businessman Irwin Jacobs. Police were called to the Lake Minnetonka area home just after 8:30 this morning. According to police, they found the bodies of a man and woman inside. Dispatch audio obtained by our Minneapolis NBC affiliate CARE states that responders found 2 people on the bed. The bodies have not yet been identified, and investigators are processing the scene. In 1985, Jacobs was billed a Minneapolis takeover artist by Fortune. A massive sex sting operation in Minnesota. Nearly 60 people are facing possible felony charges for child sex trafficking in the state. The BCA says they arrested 58 people in and around the Twin Cities at the beginning of this month. In the process, they rescued 28 sex trafficking victims. During the investigation, the suspect would chat online with officers posing as a minor or sex buyers. The suspects would then get arrested when they went to a certain place to meet for a sexual encounter. If you believe someone may be abused or the victim of sex trafficking, find this story on our website for ways to get help. We're learning more about the search efforts for the little girl who ran away from a South Dakota children's home. Police records show the children's home in Black Hills, South Dakota, waited almost 2 hours to call police when the girl ran off. 9-year-old Serenity Denard disappeared February 3rd. The Department of Social Services is now investigating the children's home and is critical of its actions following Denard's disappearance, saying the initial search was disorganized. Many now fear the girl is dead. The first witness to take the stand in the trial of a former Minneapolis police officer who shot and killed an unarmed woman was the victim's fiancé. Mohammed Noor is charged with murder in the July 2017 death of Justine Damond, who called 911 to report a possible sexual assault behind her home. Justine's fiancé, Don Damond, explained that he was in Las Vegas when investigators called him to say Justine was dead, and that he learned in a second call that an officer shot her. Prosecutors say Don Damond was on the phone with his fiancée less than 2 minutes before, stating her final words were, "Okay, the police are here." Stay with us as we follow this case. The president of the University of North Dakota is likely leaving Grand Forks. Mark Kennedy sent out an email saying he is the sole finalist to be the president of the University of Colorado. This is Kennedy when he was on North Dakota Today recently talking about graduate success. Kennedy says he has mixed feelings, excitement about the new opportunity, but sadness about leaving North Dakota. He has been the president of UND since 2016. You may have already seen them up and running. The Great Rides bike share program has opened its stations for its 5th season. With 10 different locations around Fargo, it gives the community quick access to biking. And with some of NDSU's campus being downtown, it's especially convenient for students to use.
There's a big draw from the student population here who wanted a bike share system, and so they kind of worked out with some local partners, and we got a bike share station.
NDSU students can enroll their ID cards at no cost. A daily pass is $5. A startling